to perceive how the dust bunnies move somehow. I don't understand. But they don't seem to move consistently, even though they are moving very consistently on a timer. And it's patternistic and everything, but my brain ramps time or something like that.
I wanna learn.
Where it's.
Oh, sorry. Finish your thing first.
Yeah, so that the ultra hard version of that map I can't do, and then there's the last two that are the ultra hards that I never got around to doing, and then
I've never even finished the
level that's like
Goodbye
10
DLC.
hours. Yeah, the Goodbye DLC. That no way in hell I'd ever be able to get to a level of mastery that I'd ever stand a chance at getting the golden on that one.
That level is just hard.
The first time I did it, I think it took me 10, 11 hours. But I didn't allow myself to stop and like come back the next day. I was like, I'm going to finish this tonight. And then I finished it at like 7 a.m. So I was not playing with a strong mind.
We were Half-Life in episodes 1 and 2. Oh, hell yeah. That's a fucking solid set to 100%. Conan Exiles?
Yeah.
I played that game a little bit, but I only ever played the roleplay servers. I was back when I was fucking Gomethrius.
Did I? I don't know what people consider 100% on some games, but like, even with Baldur's Gate, I technically platinumed it. I got all the achievements.
No idea.
100% basically.
Yeah.
Because
I 100% Bloodborne and Code Vein.
To true 100% Baldur's Gate, you'd have to play like 17 times, and I don't think that counts. So I'd say platinuming it is about as reasonable as you can get for 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Reminds me of this 100% speed runs in Boneworks, where they were like, the original speed runs were like 8 or 9 hours long. They're way shorter nowadays. Now they're like 3 to, I think some are sub 1 hour, but
yeah,
I remember they were crazy long at first, and then people started learning crazy glitches and shit. So they could just zoom around and grab all the treats they need.
Oh, I love watching someone who's just so good at a fucking game.
Oh.
The most impressed I've ever been in my entire life about anything is the world record for Celeste Allberries. Not to bring Celeste back, but that dude, he only died, I think, like maybe 8 times in the 4 hours that he was playing.
There's a tech Celeste players have where they can jump and friend of yours?
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, friend of mine. Hello. I saw the ding. Let's see what it was. What it do? What it do?
What is happening here?
We're just vibing, just yapping.
Yes, that's a cute succubus. Pretty.
Yeah, I'm streaming for a subathon. One of the goals was to do VR chat
Read.
hangout.
Read.
They're Vampire the Wagon.
They not wrote suckers. They wrote vampire. I'm vampire, not sucker.
Sorry? I hadn't seen that thing yet. It's cute, though.
It's gay. This one gets called a fox all the time with their cat.
No, they're Fox.
Again, my apologies.
Bonk.
Looks like a fox, yips like a fox. You're a
collateral. No.
How could you do this to the cute bean?
How you doing? How you been?
I'm good.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Oh.
Good to see ya.
I'd pull out the gun, but it make loud sounds. I promised Paul I wouldn't.
I was yesterday hopping around with Flare.
Oh, yeah?
6 a.m.
That's gotta be chaos. I haven't seen Flare in a while. Granted, I've been offline for like 3 weeks at least. Because I took a week off, and then I went to Texas, and then I took another week off, and then I just set my VR back for the first time now.
That took a while. Couldn't find the box.
Yeah, then I was wrong about it. I didn't even need it. There was just a cable that was like hidden. I really like this one. This is a cute one.
Yeah.
I mean, I am Flair's mod. I am often hanging out with her.
Mm-hmm. A little bean. Brat's like a fox. That's why she was saying that. I was wondering why they were pummeling my camera, and that's why. It's because they've been called a brat by chat. You mean you're allowed to go to the States right now? JK, but also a little surprised. Yeah, if we were like a couple weeks later, it would have been a lot more miserable. We're really happy we got in and out. Although it doesn't really matter because we have to go back in 2 months, 3 months. They're flying us to Atlanta for a convention.
Oh. Fine.
Yeah, Bread's really, really excited. They're gonna try and like pitch Atlanta to us and why we should stop telling her to leave Atlanta, and we will not.
All I know is Atlanta is in Georgia.
Yeah.
But I don't think
And
you know.
all across the east coast is swampland.
Go
It's all the way down. And it sucks and it's humid and it's gross.
I am once again asking for financial support. Facts. I mean, that's what I'm doing. It's a Subathon. Like, hello, chat. I am once again asking help to fix my shit.
I mean, give me till Thursday. I did double time and overtime this week.
No, spoil you. Don't spoil
Oh,
me. Everyone's
no.
spoiling me too much.
That's the point of this, wasn't it?
I mean, yeah, to a degree, but not too much. Gotta, you know, I got nothing. I don't know. Thank you.
Do you
I
have
can
video
love and
only from
support
your
it, man.
camera or also from your eyes?
It's currently just from my camera.
Okay.
I could just do that right now. Just at the cart.
Oh,
Heck
meow.
out.
That's naughty.
Oh, meow.
That's lewd.
Oh.
Oh.
Shit.
That's
Yeah,
very
you could
Flair.
put things in VR chat like that. That's
You could put a lot of things in VR
because
chat.
because of
I mean,
how
I more
cameras
meant
work.
like the
If
method.
you have VRC Plus, all you gotta do is take a picture and you can print them out.
Wow, money I don't have.
Yep. Community chest. Fuck your opponent. Go directly in. Do not hold back. Do not pull out. Do not collect
yeah.
$200. Otherwise, you're gonna go to jail. Me with $91 in my
Yeah, I
account.
probably shouldn't do that.
$1,200 on my credit card still. Yeah. Oh, believe me, I don't want to get into all this stuff on my credit card. Oh, I don't have my stickers anymore. I forgot my plus ran out. Damn it. I was going to put cute things over it.
Whoop, whoop.
It's horrible.
Oh no, Pregante.
That's a dream. What is she talking about?
That's like when we got Moon pregnant. That's what MPreg stands for. Yeah,
You
Moon
got the
pregnant.
moon?
I either
You
got the moon pregnant or the moon got me pregnant. It's unclear. Surprise,
Which
motherfucker.
There you go, Mr. Fro.
No,
Is
no,
that where
dude,
my
that.
avatar
Wait,
came
fully
from?
funded? That's too
Fully
much.
funded.
You said till Thursday, and then you did it now.
Yeah, it was only $304.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Which moon?
What the heck?
Yeah, it was only $304. That was like only a day of work.
Meow. Thank you
the
very
heck?
much. I have to manually add.
I know only one moon in VR chat.
Oh yeah. Oh no, like
guess.
the moon, like the giant stone ball in space. It was we were playing this new horror game called Routine, and you go to the moon and then the moon gets you pregnant, or you get the moon pregnant. It's unclear.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know why it didn't allow me to log in, but yeah, that's anonymous. There you go.
Well, thank you very much. What the heck?
Yeah,
I
it was one
think-
of the three things.
Yeah, I'm going to. I gotta go to. Where is it? Did I close it? No, I didn't. Good. I'm not that silly.
I love that hands just block my view entirely.
Bingo. Oh, I'm gonna fail this bingo. I do too much fucking silly shit. Dates haven't. Sleeps haven't. Has VRC Plus. I was gifted it. Sleep schedule is fucked. I'm an actor, so yes. Uses Blender if I have to. Yes. ERP'd haven't. Bought stuff from booth. Yes. Free. Okay. Mirror dwells. Yeah, we're doing that right now. Attended VCat Reel. Nope. Has VRC SDK. That seems like another free space, but I'll take it. We have that. Uploads on avatar. Technically, yes. Face tracking. No. Free. Furry. Only on Wednesdays. 10K hours. Not yet. Uploaded own world. No. Attended any VCat. Yes. We might get diagonal. Full body. Yes. Broke their index. No. Raves. No. Owns an index. Yes. I know Tupper. Yes. Trusted user. Yes. Played before 2018. Yes. Mute phase. No. I didn't get a bingo.
Congrats.
I almost got a bingo. If I had a mute phase, I would get a diagonal. I need to add 2 hours.
This. Well, I guess this.
2. Oh, no, I'm fucking this all up.
This.
Stop fucking it up.
This.
Add time.
This.
I think that worked.
This. I have 2 bingos.
Oh my, double bingo.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Double bingo.
Double bingo
almost
all
3
the way
bingos.
across the sky. Meow, meow.
Oh, what is
meow,
this?
meow. You said 300.
2,
Mm,
3.
I can do like the hard math on that in a sec whenever we get out of VR. Monster fucker permit? Pog. I mean, there's some hot monsters out there.
Nope.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Tentacles are fun. And some like dragons are kind of baddies. You know? Passed out 5 times, but your pancakes are ready? Damn! Oh no, that's not icing at all! Femboy
It's funny.
IHOP, you fool me 3 times, shame on you. Fool me 5 or
know.
more times, still shame on you. I'll see you on Thursday.
I'll
I
remember
know
you
some of
fondly in my
Blair's
therapy.
I know some of Flair kinks.
Oh yeah, I mean
That's
Flair's
crazy.
pretty open about her kinks.
Not
I
all of
remember when
them.
I met them and they were just a little teeny tiny dragon baby, and then they're like, "Nah, I'm an adult now, dicks," and they ran away. Oh man,
I
yeah.
met Flair over 4 years ago.
When they were little teeny tiny.
Mm,
No, they hit adulthood in the sprinter's position.
yes. I'm worried that I am part of the problem.
You know, if they're happy, rock on. I'm never gonna yuck their yum. They can
I'm
live their
same
truth.
age as her.
Hell yeah, with babies. Back in my day, we used to play on the Super Nintendo. This will make you come in a minute second. Click here. That's not true. I've tried. I grew up when that was common on the internet.
You grew up when Chromia was common on internet? What?
Chromia? Oh, that is Chromia.
It is Chromia.
What a cutie. There's a lot of... My goodness. Oh, meow. But no, when these types of ads were all over the internet. I mean, they still kind of are, to be being fair.
I showed this print to Chromia.
Wah, wah. I haven't seen them in a while.
I showed this print to Chromia.
Welcome back.
They were
I'm
like,
friend with Chromia.
what the fuck? No, if I hang out with anyone around there, I usually hang out with Tot and their crew. Well, Chromie's a sweetie pie. Although I called her cute when I met her like 5 years ago, and she threw tomatoes at me for like a year straight.
Should probably grab
I'm still calling her cute.
charger.
And she's fine with this.
20%.
Yeah, I mean, she's cute. She knows it. Chromie seems like a lovely person. She's a sweetie pie. Also, I love her new TTS because it captures her accent, which is really cute. Check save wanted.
Nice.
No experience necessary. Will train. Hold on. Here. There you go.
Double and pastos next one.
What? Impregnates you as a friend. We've all been there. We've all been there. You know, these things happen.
Oh yeah.
Platonic pregnation.
Mutual
Sure, she does
we
that.
all
She's
been
cute in the
there?
sense that she's customized her Abby. Yeah, that's one thing is that we're in VR chat, like we pick how we want to look. They know they're adorable. They want it to be, but also they're just a cutie pie. Plan B, one step. Phantom Plan B. The deadliest combo. I think we'll probably hop out of VR. We've been streaming for 12 hours, and I think we'll probably do a little bit of yapping or something.
Oh God.
But all of my batteries are starting to die, so I think we'll probably just chill for a bit, and then I'll start winding down. Oh my! Oh meow meow.
12 hours is
Remember
so
they
long,
pulled
no
out
wonder.
a green object that I won't talk about a ton on my stream, but I remember they pulled out a green object and sprinted towards a group of people as the lobby was closing one night, and I was like, You live your truth, little dragon. You live your truth. All right, I will see you guys on the other side, but I hug, I snug.
Wait.
Waiting. Oh, you got another
Take the
one?
care.
One more. Oh, never mind. They're holding a lewd thing. I was like, this is just wholesome. They're just head patting, and then it wasn't.
No,
I see.
it's awesome. It's awesome.
It's wholesome. Say so. Say so. All right,
Just getting washed.
Mama, wish you Claire.
Something she didn't even do herself. Getting
Good to
washed
see you.
and
Doing
showered.
well, just forcing the dragon to bathe so they're not so stinky.
Yes, I did.
Hell yeah. All right, Mama, give me 1 sec.
Several times, actually.
Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Move my food from a moment ago into its bags so that I can be a good boy and clean up properly. Because good boys clean up their messes. Let's drink some caffeinated gamer subs at 2 a.m. Oh. Dooba dooba doo doo doo. Doo dooba doo doo doo. Doo 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 doo. And so the new motherboard is fully funded. So that means we can get that new CPU, which means we can do the RAM, which means all we need is the graphics card and a power supply, and we can do a 2 PC setup. Well, I guess we need a capture card, but Logan has one that he's not using, so I might be like, hey, yo, what up? What I want y'all let a cat boy get a little bit of a grip on this. Meow. Let me summon my true form. Shooby dooby doo doo doo. Meow 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 meow. Milk, 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 milk. Where did my... Got the beans? There you are. Summon that. Minimize, move that. Connect. Oh, open up you. There we go, much better. Look forward and hi. What it do? Let's get our music back. It's still playing, which means it's still playing to the wrong ears. Mixer. And change. Playback, recording. Chat mic. Default communications device, default device. Disable. Much better. Activity. Oh, that's there. Activity. Wow. Five. I need
Say hi to everybody.
Rennie. Oh my God! Hi. Mwah. Oh goodness. Well, I can't go to bed now. Hello. What's up? We just got out of VR chat. Rennie Raid, promise we won't bite. Do you promise? Can you rescind that promise?
Less than three.
Especially Rennie. Ooh, Augie can bite too. Augie's cute. You might nibble a little bit, just a little bit, as a treat. I'd allow it. How was your stream? I'll get you a shout out in a second here. I'm still kind of taking off my trackers. Shout out Rennie the Vamp. Bum, bum, bum. Mwah. Thank you. Welcome everybody. Hi there. I'm Frozen Frost, your genetically engineered voice acting catboy VTuber from Canada. I'm from all those abridged series you hear on the internet. Yep, including that one you're thinking of right now. I'm in things like Sword Art Online Abridged. I help make Fate Stay Night, Unlimited Blade Works Abridged, and Bleach S Abridged. You also might know me from the new OVAs of Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple, or History's Mightiest Disciple Kenichi, depending on where you read or watch it. And I'm also in a couple video games like Vernal Edge, where I play some monsters. Was actually the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, it's kind of the one on the tip of everybody's tongue. I voice a bunch of stuff. I used to live with the entire cast and crew of, well, not the entire cast, I guess they cast a lot remotely, but the people who make it, so Something Witty, used to be my roommates, and we played D&D together for a long time. They also have their own D&D show on their Something Witty Gaming, but they're a bunch of eggs, bunch of good eggs, and it's always been fun kind of helping them out. I play Salamander Keith in that, the guy who flicks mayonnaise at people, along with a bunch of incidentals and background characters. I also am the reason they used the word throbbing when describing Sugo in season 2. They couldn't think of a repugnant enough word, and I was like, throbbing. It's amazing. It's evocative. It's delicious. And then me and my roommate, we make Bleach S Abridged, and we also make Fate Stay Night Unlimited Bladeworks Abridged, where Yamato SFX, the voice of Kirito, voices our Shiro, and Carrie, Bubble Monkey, they play Sakura. Hi, Kippy. Oh, thank you for continuing yourself. You didn't have to do that. Mwah! It was good. I had our 2-year anniversary and Chibi debut today. Did a lot of community games. Had a freaking blast. And now I'm sleepy as heck. Well, if you gotta get to bed, do not let me keep you up as much as I would like to. But you definitely get yourself some rest. You earned it. You deserve it. You gotta take care of yourself. More time. I die now. I must faceplant into bed well, Kippy. Love your face. Mwah. I appreciate all the homies. A lot of sweet beans here. But yeah, I hope you're all having fun. We're doing a subathon right now. We are currently at 42 hours left. I actually have to boost this by a couple hours here because Crazy Fox, who I know is still in here somewhere, just gave me 334 Canadian dollars to pay for a new motherboard, which we're gonna need once we get this new CPU, which we're gonna need to kind of get my PC back in working order. But because of all the upgrades I'm gonna have to do, and because I have an old ass case, what I'm currently planning on is I'm probably gonna find kind of a jank. I do have a really old butts one, but I think it's failing, so I'm probably gonna get like a cheap power supply later, and we're gonna try our hands at getting a 2 PC setup, and I really hope it works, because then we can juice it on stream. Oh my god, the things we can do. I must also faceplant into some pillows. Fixing EEP schedules sucks. You also still are riding off of a 16-hour drive, right? Never cheap out on a power supply unit. Yeah, I mean, for this one, like, it's not going to be like, you know, dirt cheap, but, you know, 80 to 100 bucks is going to run you really, really good for one. And for what it's going to be doing, which is just powering lower end GPU plus CPU, like kind of what I have right now, it's gonna not need to be a ton. So I'm looking at like probably a 750, maybe less. It's mostly just gonna be there to allow everything else to help encode everything. We have a much nicer one that Chet helped me get last year in this baby here, and it's a gold, and it's delightful and very, very good. I am regretting not stopping partway through. Yeah, I mean, that was a fucking trek. As soon as I said you drove for 16 hours, I was like, jinkies, Batman. Yeah, that's a trip. That's a journey. Like, that's, you know, while jet lag might not be a thing because you're not teleporting through the time zones, you're crossing a lot. That's exhausting. So I think you're going to have a couple days before you bounce back. Go full afterburner jet engine. Yeah, my old one was kind of doing that after a decade of faithful service, but it was always a little jank to begin with. That was I think my first build. It was, yeah, probably my oldest PC part. Now it's in a box in my room, and I'm just staring at it like, I gotta take this somewhere to have it properly disposed of. But we've been having some issues with modern titles, and I want to be able to stream all the games I can with my friends. So we're pushing for this. We have a bunch of different goals up on screen here. Also, here, I'm just going to show off some stuff. I'm going to pimp my friend out while we're here since it's still on screen. So I have a friendo, everyone. Her name is The Dragon's Den, also known as Dintanis, and she is a lovely, lovely artist. She gave me this today as a present. It's so fucking good. Look how nice this is. They did a ton of my art. They are the big reason I actually got into VTubing properly in the first place. I wanted to, but I wasn't doing a lot about it. And they gifted me my first PNG tuber, and then over like years gave me tons and tons of new outfits and other things for it. I could not be where I am in VTubing if it was not for Din. I also ended up commissioning them. They did my turnaround for my VTuber model that I used for the artist that I went with. It was very, very, very fun. I love it to death. I love the way Din draws me. It's nice. Very fluffy. Man, definitely go check them out. I'm going to give them a shout out here. Dragons Din, and that should be correct. Yes, that is Din's channel. They stream art. They are a Spanish streamer. They primarily talk in English, but they can speak Spanish. And they are constantly doing new projects. They're making plushies, they're making pillows, they're doing art, they're doing fan art for other people. They have their fingers in so many different communities, and they are always a delight. If you're ever looking for art, I highly recommend them. I've never been upset with a commission I've got from them. They have a Ko-fi or coffee, depending on what you want to call it, where they have like lists of emotes and stuff that you can get. My latest batch of emotes I got entirely done from them, and they did a fantastic job. Amazing artist. Highly recommend. And it definitely helps them out because they have to pay like these fucking nuts fees in Spain. If you're a freelancer, which is what they qualify as a freelance artist, they have to pay, it's like 600 euro like every couple months. Not like every like quarter or anything, like it's like every 2 or 3 months or something like that. And they do end up losing a lot of what they make through art just to fees, to the point that they're like, if I could move out of Spain, I think I would. And honestly, if it keeps going that way, I hope they do. I hope we can get them to Ireland or something else. I know that was a big plan for them. Oh yeah, that's one I still have to try. I have to try Tricky's flavor. I'll get that one next. I forgot about it. And then I looked at Throne, and then I was mad at Throne again. So Throne has Gamer Subs on it, and I appreciate that. I do like that Gamer Subs is on it, but they undercharge. Or if they don't have them anymore, they did undercharge at the time. But they did like two things. They didn't charge properly, and then they wanted to charge shipping on top of it. And so someone bought me Gamer Subs off of my Throne because I really wanted to try more flavors, and it also helps me cut like sugar and bad food out of my diet. It's a really good thing. I actually like them for that more than anything, is that it's a replacement for like energy drinks for me. They got the order, like, orders placed, yeah, fully funded, good job. And then they sent me an email being like, hey, pay the full price again, or ask the people who bought it for you to do it for you. And I was like, no, refund it. I was like, absolutely not. They wanted $120 per fucking tub. And I'm like, you're a high. Absolutely high. I think I pay like a collective of maybe, after shipping and everything, maybe like 70 per tub, assuming shipping's like pretty rough. And then I use a discount code or something, and then it's like, yeah, 60, 70-ish a tub. Wow. We're actually a lot further ahead in these upgrades than it looks like immediately. On my Throne, we're 5% funded on the GPU, but PJ Boy gave us a ton. They gave us 600 USD to put towards it, and that went to my PayPal. So I'm transferring that to my bank account. I started that earlier, so once that hits that, we're gonna throw that on the old credit card and chunk that into the Throne fund, and that's gonna put us at probably, I'd say, 80% of the way through there. And then it's just slowly chipping away at the rest of it. I'm super, super excited. We also got to figure out, as of right now, we have a commission we have to plan. We voted on some emotes earlier today. We're going to get a new, what is it, the smooch emote, I think is the one that won out, which tracks. That's very our chat. My brain isn't braining. Hold on. We're gonna be planning that. We're gonna think about what we might get for a commission. If we don't end up upgrading that to a spicier commission, then we gonna get some wholesome, cute FroFro art that we'll be able to share with everybody, and we're gonna plan something around that because that'll be really, really fun. It's entirely possible that tomorrow we will be tweeting at an Oshi, which we've technically already done because Cotton is one of my Oshis, but as long as I don't have to tweet at them again, then we're probably good. Then they won't block me unless they already have. Let's find out. Meow, meow. Ooh, we jamming. Ooh, we jamming. Boah. Hi, Claire. It was fun hanging out. If you want to keep yapping at Claire, we can all still hop onto the Discord. But if you're getting ready for bed or anything, do not let me keep you up because I am going to be up for a while. We're going to yap with everybody here. Maybe we'll raid out soon-ish, but I think that we'll probably go for a little bit longer at the very least. I just was, my controllers were dying, and the sudden addition of a lot more lewdness than I was ready for. I was like, maybe we'll take a break. Maybe that's enough VR for now. Once I saw Flair tied up in ribbons, I was like, I'm gonna excuse myself, I think that's the time. Meow meow. There we go.
Hello.
Yeah, hi. Okay, let me put my reactives above the art, and then I can have that behind you. Also, I made it way too tiny. Put that in the corner, and then reactive images. Reactives, where you at? Reactives group. There we go.
Oh, this is the design I was mentioning earlier that I would get a model made after.
Oh, for your reactive image?
Yeah.
Let me make it bigger.
If I did end up getting a model or custom one made.
Oh, yeah, that's gorgeous.
I would definitely redo the attire, but I love the way that like the hair came out and like all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Already killed it.
No, very, very pretty.
Kind of has a similar vibe to what I used to have, but still like distinctly different and kind of more me. Before
Feels
I
a little
was
bit more at
what
home.
if we take Lightning's hair but make it blue and then desaturate it.
It's always where we kind of start with certain designs, right? Is we're like, all right, what do I love about, these different designs? And then as we iterate on it, it starts taking on bits and bits more, like more of us as we go.
I've had like a few different like outfits that I've done in the past for different like ideas and comms. It's like one of the things that I was going with for a while is that she was like a traveler or whatever. So I was like, yeah, just like squeeze myself into other people's art styles, their worlds, their lore, and come up with what I'd feel like Kingdom Hearts-esque wise in those settings.
Mm-hmm.
So I had like my attempt at like a cyberpunk design at one point, which mostly worked.
Oh yeah, I had fucking great news recently. I was dealing with all my different forms of debt that I've accrued since college, and I'm slowly chipping away at all that. But I checked on specifically the student loans I took out, and I don't know what the frick happened, but I went in and they're like, yeah, it's like 10,000 less. And I'm like, yo, I'll fucking take it. Let's go.
Yeah, hell yeah.
They just slashed it basically in half. I have 7,000, maybe like 7,600 left, I think. And I haven't really chipped at it at all. I've just been deferring that since college. But, I'm excited to slowly get rid of all that.
Yeah, that's a very doable number now.
Kills me. I was looking at getting some dental work done, and that's what they pitched at me. They're like, yeah, $7,000. And I'm like, excuse me? They're like, yeah, about that. I'm like, okay. They're like, you can do a payment plan for like, $300 a month for X amount. I'm like,
Cool.
no. I'm not getting a car. Like, what are you talking about? It's like, I'm sorry, I can't do that. I was like, fuck that.
It's a lot.
Throne, I know people are watching my list. Throne is like a horny, like over-eager partner. Like they email me several times a day sometimes.
Oh god. I had to just block so many email subscriptions lately because during the holiday rush I was getting like bloody 30 plus emails a day when I normally get like 3 to 4. It's just like, oh well, here's all the things that want to be advertised. I mean, some of them I like too. Like I love Moe flavor, but I was getting like 8 Moe flavor emails on some like individual days. I'm just like, that's more than I need. You haven't even dropped anything new yet.
No, they also hit me with so many fucking like, here's what people are getting. You would love this. We think you'd like this. And then I click on it and it's like a clitoral stimulator or like a ball gag. And I'm like, what are you trying to tell me, Throne? Like,
it's like, I don't even have the parts for this.
Also, like, clearly they have no metrics on who I am, like, at all. Like, there's a website that knows I'm a VTuber. Like, it has a whole thing. There's like a full thing where it's like, here's the kind of streamer you are, here's where you are on Twitch, and here's where you are in your niche. And I saw it, and the reason I went there is because there was a meme going around because Sea-Dog was flagged as a VTuber on it. And he's like, I'm not. I'm not. And so everyone was like joking there because obvious booby, but
yeah. Well, I think it's just more so his association through Iron Mouse.
He's around VTubers. He's like the Blues Clues guy of VTubers. He's like Nags. Yeah, him and Nags both do that, where they're the human guy that VTubers bring around.
Yeah.
There's a couple of those. There's a bunch of them in different groups, and I think it's great. Yeah. But I saw that, and then someone said they're like, it's actually really neat they have the metric for that, because there's not, outside of using the tags yourself in your streams or something, there's not a lot of way for them to scrape that as metadata. So it was pretty fascinating to me.
I mean, if you go to Twitter, I feel like it's pretty easy, even without tags, just saying the word VTube enough.
Yeah.
Ding.
Oh no, I missed it in the wall of things. I'll have to DM them. Rennie also resubscribed, but I missed that. Mwah, Rennie. I know you're already asleep, but I appreciate you, you cute vampire. I don't know what it is about Twitch. And I'm sure there are things that would break this image I currently have, but I, at this point, in my immediate vicinity, have 2 vampires. I have Politely and Rennie, and they are both the biggest cinnamon rolls, like just the kindest people. I have not met a bunch of like mean or shitty vampires. They're always just kind of sweetie pies. I think that's really fascinating.
That's about right. For like if you're going for like various mythical creatures, I feel like vampire makes sense.
Yeah, like
that kind of thing.
I'm convinced if I look hard enough, I'd find like someone who wanted to be the kind of overtly very sexual, very devious, and like you might get like a mean girl vibe out of a vampire.
Oh, 100%, they'll exist.
But every time I meet one, it's almost always the opposite. It's always like, hi, I'm just living my life and being a little bean. I'm like, look at you. Yes, I do. Even just by being kind of a silly little guy, it really does put off a lot of shitty people, which is really nice. I appreciate it. Speaking of shitty people, has my Twitter exploded? No, good.
Very good. Not touching that mess with a 10-foot stick.
I told a big account to go fuck themselves, basically, and I wasn't sure if I was gonna get absolutely fucking pissed on for doing it. But it didn't.
A lot of people have been doing it, so it's not surprising.
Yeah.
Been a whole mess.
Sorry,
their words carefully.
Logan was so much nicer in his meanness than I was. I said fuck out of here to that person, basically, and that's about it. Logan called them a butterless piece of burnt toast, and that's somehow way more savage.
I disagree with how a lot of people tried to defend them.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I mean, there's the whole point, even aside, there's like the base of their shit was just fucking awful.
Yeah, there was a lot of people being like, haha, you're so dumb, and I'm just like, okay, you don't need to bring up that they're AFAB or whatever. That's not the point. That's never the point.
Yeah, but I think it just showcases how fucking stupid they are, that they're he-himming them and being like, and I'm like, you literally didn't even read, did you, sir?
Intent behind it, but it's one of those things where it's like, hey, don't do that. You're trying to be an ally right now, but you're doing the wrong thing. I appreciate your attempt. Please listen and don't do that specific thing again.
Yeah. Yeah, the Himmel the Hero hot dogs thing.
Himmel the Hero hot dogs? What?
Someone, you know, the giant hamburger like episode for Stark's birthday?
Hamburg steak, of course.
So
everyone gets a Hamburg steak on their birthday.
Someone rotoscoped them out of that and then poorly photoshopped Costco hot dogs onto the plates instead of the Hamburg steaks. And they're like, yeah, these are only $1.50. And they're like, $1.50? It's like, that's crazy. Inflation should make that way higher. It's like, no, it was $1.50 back when Himmel the Hero was like, and we were here earlier. And they have this whole thing about like, yeah, Himmel the Hero loved these $1.50 hot dogs.
Oh my God, I love that. God, those Hamburg steaks would suck so much. Now that like actually thinking on it, because they didn't have like any kind of sauce with them. So it's just a giant meat patty. A huge giant meat patty. Just with no side.
Meat squished into itself.
It's not
At best, like it could be like a meatloaf of some kind.
Yeah, meatloafs have sauce though.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically what it would taste like. It would taste like meatloaf. can't wait for season 2.
I don't understand this weird beef with Iron Mouse people have too.
Apparently she shat on, or like she not necessarily shat. She bit back at someone or something like that, and because incels exist, they did their thing.
I guess one of the producers of music, like a song that Iron Mouse did, is getting death threats for just having been around them, and they're like, "Are you kidding?"
People don't like to see women succeed.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's literally all it is, and it's weird to like think about because you're like, no, of course it wouldn't be that. That doesn't make any sense. Like there should be logic involved, and it's like, actually, sometimes people don't have logic; they just have hate.
I do like the mix of my timeline right now because there's a lot of fucking stuff that's making me mad to the point I've just closed it. But I do like, mostly because of all the time I spent with Nightmare watching Yuri over the last 6 months, my Twitter timeline has just become extremely filled with Yuri. And I'm like, it's a little bit better. That's nicer. A Ready and Politely collab, it would be very interesting. I think it would be extremely shy at first. They would need like a lubricant of some kind. They would need a silly person to be like until they started doing things. But no, I think that'd be great. Put them in like a spooky game together or a shooty bang game. Just be like, go vampires, kill. Yes, good.
There was,
or just, you know, the bread and butter of collabs. Peak.
Great game for that.
Oh yeah, I remember Logan had a big Back 4 Blood phase, and then he kind of burnt out on it.
I didn't play it more than one day because I don't like. You really need a group of people to play with.
Mm-hmm.
But
oh, you got your lone wolf badge.
Hayden.
Right, I just saw that. I saw your post from yesterday. You did your solo run.
Yeah, it only took 5 attempts.
Yeah.
I died twice in the stupid forest and once in the winter wonderland. That one really hurt. But I died in the winter because I was trying to do too many challenges at once.
Yeah, I was
going for soloist, I was going for naturalist, and for the achievement for not sticking anything in the environment all at the same time.
Oh yeah, that one is such a solo coded one because it's so hard to do that with a team.
Yeah, it's not too bad if
everyone's super clear on it early, but if one person makes a single slip up, you're screwed.
Yeah, it really comes down to like how much food you can get in your run. Like the map for today was insane. Like I mentioned in that post, I got the 15th chest for the opening 15 chest achievement at the first base camp.
In the shoreline.
Yeah, like I got that many chests that quickly. Like there was the 2 right up front, there was another one like 50 meters ahead, and then there was a rock with 4 more on top of it, all just right there at the beginning, so you could just get 7 open and check it out. I meant to keep looping through it a little bit more to try and like take care of some other achievements, like the astronaut one. Apparently the way you actually get that's by having 6 balloons attached to you at once.
Oh, 6 balloons. I remember.
Yeah, it lets you fly.
Yeah, we did a lot at one point, and we used the helicopter, and that like helped. But 6 is probably the easiest way. Did you see the clip of the guy using like too many balloons in the mesa?
No.
He's like, they're out at the beginning, and they find like a triple balloon pack, and he's already got a bunch on him. And he's like, okay. And the person just runs up and puts them on him, and he starts floating away. And he's like, oh my God, I'm flying. Hell yeah, this is amazing. And then he flies up into the sunlight, and he starts cooking, but he can't come back down. So he's like, wait, no. And he just gets roasted alive.
Oh God.
Be the bridge, connect with the vampires. That'd be so fun.
Because I kept screwing around after I beat it just to try and get a few more achievements, just because of how good of a seed it was today. And I decided to get the fortified milk one. And at the top of the base camp for the first area, I got lucky and got the Book of Bones.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because
and
it multiplies
really-
all your fall damage.
Not only does it multiply, it doesn't multiply it, it just insta-kills you. But a really cool glitches in the game where if you die when you're turned into a skeleton, if you placed a checkpoint flag before you read the Book of Bones, it removes your curse.
Turns you back into a regular
you're-
scout.
Yeah, it puts your health back to where it normally was, except you're still a skeleton.
Oh, that's amazing.
So my hunger didn't grow, and I couldn't be poisoned. So if you ever find a Book of Bones, you want to try and combo it with the
Checkpoint flag.
with the checkpoint flag, because it just makes you immortal.
I
Almost.
dipshit idiot.
I know you can get frozen
Some
still.
wild
I don't know if you
name.
can get burned.
Oh, it's a Lena
I assume,
emote.
yeah.
We were talking about them earlier, actually. We were opening some V cards.
Lena? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude, she's so cool. I haven't seen her stuff in forever. But I remember just coming across her one day and being like, she's a VTuber now?
Like, what the heck? Yeah, I
It's like
only
the
really
first
started
instance
seeing
of
them.
being
I
like,
think I said
"I'm
last
using
time, like late last year, early this year is when I really started getting a lot of Elena stuff. And I feel like I've been like just accidentally matrix dodging all these really cool VTubers because I did that with why am I blanking on their name? I was literally looking at their card earlier. The cutie dragon with a daughter.
I wouldn't know them.
Hold on, I know they're near the top of my deck because I just got them in a box and I was like, oh my god, it's them. Not Sanson. Yeah, I started seeing Sanson TikToks a lot when I started using it more, but I like never saw them on my YouTube Shorts or anything else, and so I just kept dodging Sanson, and then I started getting their content. I'm like, oh my god, you're the cutest. Because I'm pretty sure
You would
Ilna.
probably at least
Sanson.
love Lena's art. I don't know about her streams, but you would definitely love her art because she was a sick horror artist.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no,
She had some
I started
crazy
looking
shit.
into
I
Lena
forget
a
which
lot
company
more.
She worked for. I think she worked for like Blizzard or like she worked for one of the nasty companies that no one wants to be from as a 3D artist for a while
Oh meow.
prior to stream life. Or at least I think that's the case. I hope I'm not making things up.
V-Word 3D models, current 2D model, that's their stuff. No idea, their wiki doesn't have anything on it. The Hemogoblins, ah, that's great. I would be the worst man if I had a penis. Lena Laser. But yeah, no, Sanson has all of these really wholesome clips where they're just talking about their goblin daughter, like trying to trick her into giving her ice cream or something. They're like, hey, I think this tub is almost empty, so I'm just gonna eat all of it, okay? And they're like, okay, honey. And then they walk over and like pick it up slightly, and they're like, that's a lot of heft for almost empty. And they open it, and it's like a full fucking Haagen-Dazs. She looks at it, she's like, I don't know if that's almost empty. They're like, well, it felt like it was almost empty. And they're like, sure it did. We're gonna get you a bowl. It's just like that. Oh darn. And that's so cute. They're actually like, I don't watch a lot of their live content, but when it comes to shorts and stuff, easily one of my comfort VTubers now. It's just really, really wholesome mom content. I'm like, you're doing your best. Look at you go. What? Some good mom tent. Mm-hmm. Which makes sense. Any VTuber that has a mom involved in their content in any way, I'm always like, the mom is the coolest. maybe I have mommy issues, I don't know. But like when I watch Silvervale, like they were whatever. I didn't dislike them or anything. Mama Vale though, I was like, yo, that's my fucking goat. Let's go. And just this is silly old lady just having a nice time, being like, yeah, my daughter got fat titties and everyone seems to like them, so that's great. Or Yoga Series mom, same thing. They're really funny. They get in on the joke. Sometimes they actually shock their daughter in their shorts. Fucking, they're playing Lockdown Aries, talking about like getting like raw dogging Siri. They're like, listen, as long as I get a grandchildren, I don't care how you do it, or something like that. And Siri's like, Mom, you can't say that. Even Narissa. Granted, Narissa's whole family are adorable. I really love that she accidentally like super pissed off Hololive a little bit, because I guess they kind of asked, but they never got a really clear answer on if they could have their family feature on their streams. And so they just started doing it. Like, they're just like, yeah, come on. Like their fans had already made like mock-up designs for all of the family members. And and so since they'd all already been on, it wasn't until basically all of them had already cameoed that Hololive management was like, wait, whoa, you can't do that. And they're like, I can't? But I did, and everyone likes it. And they're like, well, ask first next time. And now they're cool with it because it's actually not a fucking big deal. But you know, they had the choice, they probably would have said don't do that. And I'm kind of really happy that she went for the I'm gonna ask for forgiveness rather than permission. I mean, even though I think she did kind of also ask for permission, she definitely was like, I haven't gotten the hard, you know, Japanese salaryman thumbs up, yes you can do that yet. And they're like, fuck it. And their family became like mainstays, and they still kind of guess sometimes. They had their dad on at 1 mil, I think it was. They wanted them to guest earlier, and he's like, nope, I'm guesting when you get 1 mil, and that's it. You're gonna get there. And they're like, Dad, and he's like, nope, I'm worth at least $1 million.
That's great.
And like their sister kind of gets it. Like they get streaming to enough of a degree that they're a lot more comfortable sounding, but their parents are super like, yeah, we're like Gen Xers or boomers that we don't exactly know what's going on here, but it's their job and they're happy, so we're just happy to be a part of the show. Having a nice time. That kind of slightly befuddled old people like voice they put. I was like, oh well, I'm a demon. Going after the whole bloodline. Oh, Lo-Fi Synthwave. My back. It just brokey. Oh no, pastry delivery vehicle. If your back is brokey, how is everyone gonna get their pastries?
That's like the drive shaft being broken on a car. That's bad. Don't do that.
Gotta go in for repairs.
People need their croissant.
The croissant. The croissant.
I thought that one would be fast enough to get you off guard.
I was just so in customer service mode. I was like, yeah, it's not. I did expect that croissant, but I was like,
It's like he's really gonna do it. He's gonna make it the whole fucking way. But we got him. We got him with panic and then fucking butt to tip.
Icon has repairs. You're allowed repairs. Repairs important. You got to do consistent and regular maintenance. By hydrating or filling yourself with whatever type of liquids you need. I mean, there's the water in vehicles, and then you gotta make sure that you got all the nutrients you need, and then you gotta rest sometimes, get out of the heat, and just bask, have a little nap, watch. I don't know, the Good Place. I like that show still. So that. I returned from VR Land. Hi.
If you need feel goods, Taskmaster. Watch Taskmaster.
Oh yeah, that shit's great. And there's like a bunch of different like countries versions of it, so you can marathon one and then switch.
3 or 4 now.
The new headstrap was amazing. I managed to stay in VR the whole time with you. Yeah.
Not all the versions hit quite right. You have to like, some of the Taskmasters just don't feel like Taskmasters.
Hmm.
The New Zealand guy took a bit for me to grow on me.
I love when they have like proper fucking ridiculous comedians on and they're just like, yeah, I am here to bungle this up or try and find the funniest loopholes imaginable.
Series 19 when Jason Mantzoukas showed up. Holy shit. Greatest season ever.
No, I need to sit down. I see a lot of the clips on YouTube, but I haven't actually ever sat down and watched Taskmaster.
Oh, it's so good. There's a lot of really good seasons. And if you ever just like, you could check out episode 1 of any of like the series. And if you're just not vibing with any of the comedians, you can just skip to another one because there's
jump to the next season. Yeah. Find the one that tickles your funny bone.
Mm-hmm. And they're only like 10 episodes a pop, so they're actually quite quick to get through.
It's taking everything in me not to go back and rewatch all the VR section. That would be quite a while.
Why would you do that?
That would be extended. I mean, by all means, go nuts, but diggity dang.
If you feel like watching yourself lose golf again that badly.
Critique myself. Was I not being cute enough, says the kitty cat.
Ugh.
That sounds like it would be unhealthy. Yeah. Oh. No, not. I know I was being cute enough, Mr. Frozen Frost. Thank you very much. Oh, my monitor is curved. Hold on. Wow. Not curved, but tilted.
Oops, curved my monitor. It turns out if you squeeze it hard enough. Where are these lines? Where'd they come from?
At the end of the VR stuff, I had to use stream to see my expressions because I was just out of range of the mirror. Wah, wah, wah. I'm glad I could help by placing everything in front of your faces. You know, I wanted to be helpful. Rory was like, they're so cute, I must see it. I was like, yes, you look at the cute. Observe the cute. Gaze upon it and rejoice. Was trying to be entertaining for you. Aw, you're such a sweetheart.
Why are you not entertained?
Oh, you know. You know?
I actually don't. I can't say I've seen the movie to know.
Not enter meowed, meow-entertained, mountain warblade. Oh, Mousie's playing Routine.
I have no idea what that is.
That was the spooky game we were playing earlier in the subathon where we got moon pregnant. I think it was just before the subathon.
What?
Yeah, I was talking about it in the testing chamber. We got moon pregnant because people were talking about MPreg, and I was like, yeah, moon pregnant, because we either got the moon pregnant or the moon got us pregnant. It's unclear, but we went to the moon and there were robots, and the robots were like, die. And we're like, no robots, no die. And they're like, we killed everyone already, so die. And we're like, nuh-uh. And so we deactivate all the robots by destroying the power core that operates all of them as like an AI in the center of the space station. And then the robots were gone, and we're like, okay, now what? And we passed out, and then we woke up after having a fucked up weird dream about catching a flower petal from a flower that bloomed on the moon. And then we were in a different part of the space station, and we walked around until an invisible meaty man monster was like, I'm gonna kill you. And we're like, oh no, don't do that. And we ran around in circles for a while until we left. And then we found a dead lady monster that was moon pregnant, but was no longer moon pregnant. And it died eating an apple because Garden of Eden imagery or something. And then we went back to the other monster who was sad, and we were like, we gotta go. And he's like, whatever, I don't give a fuck. And then we left, and we went into a moon crevice that was totally not a vagina, and there was flowers, and we held hands with a guy, and then everything faded to black, and I think we died or became moon monsters because of all the moon pregnancy. And then in 20 or 30 years later, scientists went back to the moon to find out what we did, and I think we ate them.
Okay.
Moon pregnant.
So, what I just got from this is that it was Prometheus.
Something like that, yeah.
I didn't really get to watch Prometheus because I watched it in a watch-along, like watch party with a friend about a week ago, and Discord was having heart attacks trying to connect to Australia, but
You're up late. Meow. It's 3 a.m.
It's the Bumble bitch.
It's our Bumble bitch.
It's wee Bumble bitch. I actually
Dad
stopped using the Bumblebee for now.
You're taking a break from the bumbling?
I stepped off of the bumbling. I think it has more sticking power on the first glance, but it doesn't have the staying power of the shark cat. So I've decided that I'm just gonna stay with shark cat. My name is Cat Eye. I mean, I might as well.
Storytelling is clearly in your blood. What a retelling, right? I'm a professional actor.
Continue to take more and more forms of things that sting sharp.
Yeah, I'm going to. I plan on it.
Can't wait for your bee drill outfit for Halloween.
Or a horrifying mimic monster. That's always great.
Or
Everyone
ride
loves
on.
those. Ride on D's.
Ride on his dick.
Ooh.
D's what?
These words.
Damn.
These bees.
Hey, congrats on getting B's. Those are quite the accomplishment.
I know, right? Bees get degrees.
On
they say.
Bees nuts.
I honestly wouldn't mind having my grade dropped a little bit, if you know what I mean.
Damn. Oh, wow.
Listen, I'm a nerd, but I didn't want to be valedictorian.
Cat's on screen twice? She is.
No, this was in reference to boob size.
Oh, snap. This is Streaming Frost. I didn't realize because you're in Secret Chillin' and not Streaming Frost.
Wah, wah. Yeah, I'm still live.
Yeah, there you are. Hi.
Hi.
She almost said naughty things.
Oh yeah, very naughty things. I almost started talking about my secrets.
She was going to talk about
secrets.
Boobies and vaginas, unlike what we were doing in the Would You Rather world.
Oh my god. When I saw you in the Would You Rather world, I was like,
Okay, I forgot to turn off my sexual content flag, so I was like, well, that's fine.
That works. Yeah, that works. Yeah, the VR chat. Would you rather worlds are notorious.
Notoriously boring.
I think so. 1 second. Here.
You know, there was bits of it that were really fun, but mostly it was just definitely us fucking around.
Yeah. There, with games like Cards Against Humanity and whatnot, I feel like they thrive so much better when you make this sexual innuendo minimalist, and you have only a little bit of it here and there, as opposed to just being like, what if everything was a dick joke?
Yeah.
It's like, because those games can be so much fun.
I think we were also like kind of hitting the limit of how much you could enjoy that, because it was like starting to dwindle, and then once people started getting off, I was like, we're kind of at that wall anyways. We were starting to get repeats and shit, and I was like, let's go somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
It was really fun going back through the Avatar world again, though. That was a blast.
Yeah.
We found so many cute things.
We did. Shark Mecha Girl was great.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't the best Mecha Girl, though.
There was a
liked the
lot of
girl
Mecha
with,
Girls.
This serpentine tail, it was just stupid long.
Yeah, Cat's got one of those. They went really hard on getting the like tail to kind of act like the alien, like the xenomorph's tail from Aliens.
Yeah.
They really wanted it to really have that kind of sharp, kind of coiling vibe to it. It was really good. Cat did a great job on that one. A lot of hard work. All right, so what's tomorrow? Probably gonna, oh yeah, I guess I can update this. That's something I can do that's proactive while we yap. Wow, 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 wow.
What do you got left to unlock on there?
We have the cooking stream that's been unlocked. And at 254 plus 35, that's what, 200. We hit 275, which is the cooking stream. Yeah. We're at 290, so we're like we're touching tips with Tweet at an Oshi. So someone could pick like GG or Cotton again, or fucking Ina, you know, any VTuber I look up to. Be like, tweet at them, then, you know, move you guys. Voice line raffle. So anyone will host a giveaway. We'll let people enter it, and then I'll record, you know, a couple minutes. You know, it won't be crazy, but it'll be proper high quality audio. So if someone wants like stream alerts from Frozen Frost or something like that, then they can get that. Or if they just want me to say a silly thing so they can use it for like a sound alert, I can do that, etc. As long as it's not, you know, weird, fucked up, or bad, then I'll be like, yeah, that's good.
So there's this novel that I've wished had an audio book.
I can't do a whole audiobook, unfortunately.
You have no idea how desperately I want this fucking book adapted. Because it got one season of anime, and the manga's a monthly, so it just goes nowhere.
And then after that, we do an internal, probably on the Discord, I would say would be the easiest place, where chat gets to vote on my Twitter profile picture / social media profile picture, because I'll do it on Blue Sky as well, for a month. And then after that, the last one is an extra 100 beyond that, and the Frozen Art Commission will become a Frozen Spicy Art Commission.
Oh my.
And that'll be the final double time on all subs and donos after that. And then I haven't thought of any stretch goals, but if we get to there, given how hard everything's going and how much that's still going to take, because that's what we're at 300 now, that's 500. It's an extra 200 subs, which is fucking crazy. Like, I put those as kind of wild stretch goals. That's that will probably hit the hard cap at that point. we're getting really close already. I had to hit the soft cap at midnight yesterday because I was like, oh no, I realized like right now we are streaming through New Year's, which is great. I was gonna literally, if we ended on like the 31st at like 6 p.m., I'd be like, anyways, guys, I'm gonna go eat dinner and I'll be back in 2 hours. Peace. And then I was gonna leave, come back, and we were gonna do our VR chat New Year's stream because I was doing that no matter what. You're always gonna do that. I love hanging out. Maybe we'll do something a little bit more quiet this year. If everyone wants to hang out with us, we can do a bit more of like just a group thing. We can have our own lobby. I will probably go visit Tot. I always love to give them a little head pet and a smooch, but those lobbies are really, really chaotic normally. So especially for some of the Shy members, maybe we'll do a hug dungeon friends plus, like just New Year's group for all the people who want to hang out in VR chat. We need a lot of time to the clock for the throne gift. Yes, so we added the 2 hours, and then we gotta add, what was the cut from it? I think it's 1.5. Hold on, meow. I'm in the way of the timer. This will help me. Three minutes. So that was soft cap. So it'd be 1.5. Throne. How much was it? On orders. I can just check. 334. Oh yes, let me continue that before I forget. My brain slowly turns to mush. That's 500 minutes divided by 2. 251 minutes because of the soft cap. Wait, no, hold on. Times 1.5. 5 minutes divided by 60. That's another 8 hours. So a total of 10 hours from that one. Bam. There we go. We're up to 59 or 49 hours left. Thank you for the reminder, Fox. I would have blanked on that. All right, paint. We need to go VRC Hangout Games. Doot. Black that out. I owe you guys a cooking stream. Wawa has suggested stew.
It was a great food for this type of year and for a stream. Takes a while to cook, so you get a good amount of like just hangout time and chatting and stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna just use my VTuber like phone holder. I'm gonna stream from my phone, and then I'm gonna use my other one to monitor chat, and I can just chill. It'll be pretty scuffed. Like, it'll be really simple, but with the setup I have, I don't know if I can do much better, because anything else is going to require me bringing the PC downstairs. I'm like, I don't think I can do that.
Cooking streams are usually pretty like low tech.
Yeah,
unless
so
someone's like entire content is cooking.
Yeah, like Geary's is so good. If I could do bartending / cooking streams like Geary does, I would want to do that. I would actually be really excited to do something like that, because that'd be really fun. But not for meow.
That's gonna suck to go to.
File save. File export. Export as PNG. Replace. Yes. There we go. There we go. Now, to wait until it rotates off or it breaks the slideshow. Close that. There's no use getting up to a ton of gaming at the end of the night. I'm kind of just vibing. Trying to think of what else we could do in the meantime, but anything I think to get up to right now, I'd be like, that's going to be a couple hours. Just go till 5 again. Sleep in, start stream at 4. Be like, what year is it? That's one thing I don't like, actually. Sorry, this just popped in my head. So I had my heart rate monitor going when we were playing routine, and that was great. But I also, then afterwards, like in the same, I think in the same day, it might have been after, but I played that new Star Wars game and it didn't work. And I'm like, okay, we'll have to wait until we get the new graphics card for that. I did that. And then I immediately got an email from Pulsoid, the app that powers my heart rate monitor, being like, "You were streaming Star Wars? Here's cool Star Wars themes, heart rate monitor themes. You should use these." And I'm like, that's nice and all, but leave me alone. I don't like being so obviously watched.
Yeah, that's a. I'm deleting you now.
Well, if I want it to work, I'm pretty sure I need the app. So I'm like, well, that's that.
Open source software is nice.
Yeah.
Hardware that's compatible with open source software is even nicer.
I know it needs multiple different kinds, so maybe there's other ones, and I might look into it at some point, because it's fine, but it is a little, like, mildly off-putting. Oh, that's funny, I put both my thumbs on it, and it beeped to start. That's not my heart rate, silly. That was my thumb.
There we go.
I'm scrolling through my throne, and all I can see is Covalian's fucking Pringles can. Pringles can, Pringles can, Pringles can. Teddy bear,
Why?
Pringles can, Pringles can. They just, for like a year straight, every once in a while be like, get Pringled, nerd, bam! And would just send more Pringles. I had so many, I would walk into Logan and Carrie's rooms and hand them cans of Pringles without context on Cove's orders and then go back to my room. Because I turned on surprise gifts, and that lets you, like, any reasonable thing that the website's like, yeah, that's like a snack you could send somebody or something like that, you can just do. And like, unless someone misappropriates that, I'm not gonna turn it off. I'm like, well, why not? I don't know, you want to send me a fucking Pringles can, I'm not gonna care. I'll be like, chip.
Fingers, okay.
I love it, and it's just it's hilarious
Only
seeing
they were chips.
from March to March, April. Well, there's got to be even more than that. I feel like that's underselling the amount of Pringling happening here. No, I guess March through May, I just received an astonishing amount of Pringles. And then, oh yeah, that's right, it was Pringles, 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 Teddy Bear, Pringles, Pringles. Oh, there it is. The latest one was July of this year. It was a full box of Pringles. Mark complete.
God.
There we go. A lot of these aren't
Never
marked
could
complete.
handle.
Confirm. Confirm.
I would not be able to handle all that Pringle.
I had them. It wasn't like the big tins, but instead it was like the family pack. So it was these like little mini ones. Like pizza Pringles, another one was barbecue, another one was like sour cream and onion.
I haven't had Pringles since I was a kid because I hated them. They felt like fake chips. And knowing how they're made as an adult, my brain just like,
Because what they like,
are the
they like
sawdust
paste
and-
them up and press them into the shape and then fry them, right?
They're the polyboard of chips. They're still technically potatoes.
Good
but
old
the
particle
texture's
board.
all fucked.
Cheese wheels. See, what is it today? So today, tomorrow is Tuesday. What to do? I guess we could try Metal Gear, see if that breaks or not. And then if you can mess around on that, we could play Metaphor. That'd be an easy time killer for a subathon. My goodness, we could wrap that up. We have 30 days left until the end of the game, so we're kind of there, I think.
In the final stretch.
Yeah, we're gonna go beat up Lord Chungus and save the world. But first side quests, but later side quests, I don't know.
Yeah, there's plenty of like side questing stuff to do that still.
I gotta smooch Gallica. Yeah, I figure the fact that they give us 30 days. They're like, do everything now. Do whatever you want. You have all the time to prepare.
It's a lot. It gives you time to finish up whatever bonds you haven't finished, and it gives you a set of in-game RPG side quest mission things that you do.
All of the like, here's the guy who's actually stronger than the final boss. Go.
Yeah, that's part of the reason I dropped it.
Yeah, every RPG is just like, here's this one guy. All they do is stand out in the middle of nowhere and you're like, hey, and they're like, hi, I'm looking for a worthy opponent. Is that you? And if you say yes, they're like, Shazam, and then you explode. And don't fight them until you're really ready, and then you train and you finally beat them, and you're like, oh my god, that was crazy. And then you get to the final boss, and you're like, oh, hi, Jet.
Right. Never forgetting, I tried taking on one of them. I beat one, and then I went to go do a second one, and then I just couldn't figure out how. I'm like, okay, what's a good combination? Like, what am I missing here? So I looked it up, and everyone's like, so you want to be using these 3 personas? And I'm like, I don't have access to those because those are the super mega forms, and the game shat on me. Because everyone's super forms require like specific prereqs still. And I respect everyone into classes that weren't their natural ones. So I had like none of the prereqs filled.
Had I known that there was like a mandatory story unlocked archetype in Metaphor, I might have spec'd differently. Because I'd be like, oh, okay, well, like I want all of these in the party. And now I'm like, but this one's really good. So I'm like, damn it.
Yeah, like I don't regret the ones that I did. I just don't like the fact that the super ones required specifics.
Very specific
I felt like their
vibes.
final ones should have required X amount of like tiers or something to unlock. And then maybe only specifically their signature. Like it should have required less specifics. Just to allow you to have a little bit more versatility in what you chose to. Because like with what's her name? Redhead. Hildberg or whatever?
Oh, Hulkenberg? Yeah.
Hulkenberg, yeah, I made her a monk. I didn't do like any of her like defense geared stuff for the longest time because I was like, no, this girl's gonna punch shit. Or
Oh, yeah.
or
I found out if you hovered them, you could see all the requirements early on. So I was like, oh, I'm fucking hard speccing into some of these.
Yeah. Fucking, what was it?
Yeah, like
Once
their
I
paladin
unlocked
is
it-
so good.
Paladin is really good, but Monk is stupid too.
Yeah, the like heist in the pugilist. I can only imagine how crazy damage that is.
It goes so fucking hard. And then the one that I mostly spec'd my armor boy into was Gun. The artillerist or whatever it's called. That one's just also gross.
Yeah, I kept most people so far in their specialties, like in their defaults, just to see where they went. So I got Samurai, Paladin. I have both of Hulkenberg's. I have Paladin and Dark Knight. I haven't really leveled Dark Knight at all outside of using like Hero Grass on it or whatever. I'm like touching tips. I am like just right up inside it, ready to get a Yufa into Devil Summoner.
Oh, so many games make the mistake of putting the summoner way too late in the game. Like, it's so hard to figure out a late game summoner class, like how to play them properly, when you didn't learn get the fundamentals down early as to like how you should play them, like resource management, like all that stuff.
I'm sure there's people who haven't, but I don't know them, and so I kind of want to refuse to believe they exist. Tales of Symphonia, there's a summoner character, and it takes a while to get them, but you get them like at around the 50% mark of the game. Maybe a little earlier, but like you get them, and then her whole thing is that you have to go around making new contracts, and some of the story missions force you to get certain contracts, but there's a ton of side ones you can get, kind of like Yuna, where, you know, like if you want, really Yuna has like, what, 3 or 4 hidden ones?
She has like 2 that you start with, which is also another problem with her. She doesn't have nearly enough like low cost abilities.
With Yuna's, like, you had all of the story ones, because you basically had to go to every temple anyways. So all of the main ones you were guaranteed. And you're guaranteed like 4 or 5 of Sheena's in Symphonia, but there's like 7 more or something, and I spent so much time just getting them because she is best girl as well. She's like a fucking tsundere ninja girl who kind of wants to kill one of the parties, but also wants to kiss him a little bit. And when we replayed it on stream, like I fucking ground my teeth down fighting a guy, because there's like a mandatory mission where you lose control of your character, and if you haven't been playing as Sheena in the meantime, you now are playing as Sheena, and you have like a duel on an island. And I lost when I was a kid. I came back and I'm like, no, I'm fucking winning this fight. And you get like really cool shit, and there's a whole quest line around like her honor and how she stands in it. But as a summoner, like in that game, she was so fucking indispensable to my party. I literally can't imagine running that game without her in my main 4, because the damage potential she starts rocking out in the late game is just bonkers crazy. Sheena is indeed best girl. I love Sheena so much. I'm really scared to play Symphonia 2 because I know they're one of the characters that come back, and I don't want Sheena to get sabotaged. Because I also know that fucking was it Evelios? No, not Evelios. What the hell is his name? Evelios is my guy. Symphonia characters. Zelos. I know Zelos comes back too. Symphonia 2 doesn't exist. That's the broad strokes I've heard. I have to know. It's the dark place. I know I'm not supposed to go there, but I need to. Especially because they're getting like the remakes. We bought it on Steam. I have it already, I'm pretty sure. But I haven't touched it because... do I have... I could be wrong. No, I only have the first one. I don't have 2. I was gonna pick it up, that's right, and then I saw that they announced they're remaking Symphonia and Symphonia 2, and I was like, ooh, these are like the most popular ones ever made. And so I really just want to, see the like freshest version. Oh no, April's head pads got denied. Fucking what the mix it up. Why? A cute ghost kitty is trying to touch me on the head. I want that for me. Mix it up. Don't fuck me here. Hold on. Please hold. Holding. Head pat the cat test. Yeah, there we go. It was just delayed. Ignore the frozen frost one. Yes. It's the digital equivalent of grabbing her hand and putting it back and be like, no, there we go. That works out. Yeah. Sometimes you just need to see Oblivion for yourself. No, Oblivion is where I was a cat walking around doing drugs and wondering why I was in jail in the first place.
That's a different game. It's also not even just about seeing the badness yourself. It's sometimes that you'll just click with it. Sometimes it will make sense to you in a way that it didn't to others.
The one thing that I resent anything about Symphonia for is there is a character in in Symphonia, based off of the same myths and everything as a certain god, and his name is Kratos, and they pronounce it with voices as Kratos, and he was my first Kratos character, and I was like, I fucking love this guy, but none of my friends played Symphonia, and all of them played God of War. So I'm like, yeah, Kratos fucking rocked. And they're like, Kratos, you fucking moron. And I'm like, no, Kratos, you fucking plebeian. And we would just beef super hard. I'm like, I'm talking about the cool sword man, not your bald fuck. It's just so mad. This is PlayStation 2 era. This is the most toxic Kratos ever is. And they're like, yeah, God of War rocks. I'm like, no, I want my terrible father. This guy's way better. He's like fucking elf Darth Vader. He's great.
God.
He's like if Darth Vader was also an angel. And then kind of like instead of crashing into the planet, he's like a Sephiroth if Sephiroth wanted to ride through space. Spoilers for Symphonia.
I was never gonna get around to it.
That's another one. As an adult, I really took fucking joy in. There's a ton of fights that are quote unquote unwinnable in the game. Like you have to fight the end boss at like the fucking third mark where he finally reveals himself and you're like, oh no, hi Jesus. And he's like, hi, light of God. And he just fucking blasts your party, TPKs you, and then you get a cutscene where you lose. But I was way better at video games when I came back, and I was like, get fucking dunked on, you bitch. And I started just smoking him, and you lose anyways. The cutscene happens the same way, but you get a bunch of like super rare shit that you can't normally get. And so ever since then, I've been like, oh, if there's an optional fight, you need to win. You need to save scum that bitch, and you need to win, because all of those games reward you for winning fights you're not supposed to. And I tool bagged fucking Symphonia's Dad of the Year and his stupid boss. And then they were like, well, no, you lose anyways because you have to right now. And it's like, yeah, you're fucking dumb.
It's funny realizing how much better you are at games sometimes than you were as a kid. Like,
oh my God,
recently downloaded Need for Speed Most Wanted because I needed some strong nostalgia in my veins. And I remember struggling on that game forever with my siblings. It would take us like weeks or like months to get through like all of the blacklist members and work our way up through it and evade all the police chases and everything. I beat it in 4 days.
Yeah, he's like, do get fucking rocked.
I think I lost like a total of 2 races the entire game, basically.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm just like, oh wow, it actually was easy.
Yeah, no, I frequently have to play old games and I'm like, this was so hard, and then I handily defeat it. I'm like, oh no, I'm just bad. Oh yeah, I wonder if they commit to that. The end of Symphonia. Spoilers for Tales of Symphonia, a game that came out in like fucking 2005 or something, chat. The ending of Symphonia, after uniting both worlds, because it's like a split world JRPG, the world is bound around the fucking world tree, and the main antagonist of the game is Lord Yggdrasil, and you like beat him at Darius Karlon, and you're standing under this new tree, and you're like, what are we gonna name it? And I'm like, okay, so it's Yggdrasil. But I haven't played the second one, so I don't know if they actually commit to that or not. Or if it matters. I don't even know it'll fucking come up.
It has to. If it didn't, that would just be wrong.
Rain the Healer. Rain has obtained 10 titles. Professor Rain can be scary, but she's very kind at heart. Only 3 no one fucking played this game. Everyone bought this game again, and then they did not beat it. They played it for a little while, and they're like, nostalgia, and then they quit. Because some of these are, like, really easy to get. Tottering Chosen. Colette has 10 titles. That's just, like, play with Colette for a while. I mean, not, like, forever. It still takes a bit, but...
Oh, for achievement?
They're one of the main party members. Yeah, I was looking at my achievements, and I have a bunch on this that are glowing, which means they're stupid rare. Yeah, they're all low.
In almost every game, you'll see like complete chapter 1, 70%. And it's like, what do you mean you didn't beat chapter 1? Like, I would understand, like, if you haven't even started playing the game yet, but I don't think it counts unless you actually hit play. Like, I don't think it counts people who have it just doomed in their inventory.
Yeah. Garfera, Merity in the Colosseum. Nice going. Abyssian. So there's a secret boss called Abyssian that I beat. And 3.2% of players have that achievement. So now maybe this is just like people don't fuck with characters I like. Because Genus, who's like the wizard of the party, only 3.5% of players got him 10 titles. And Genus is like, again, another fucking damage, just like Obliteros character where you can just be like, Shia and just blow up an entire battlefield.
I mean, that's how it goes sometimes.
I guess.
I didn't fuck with Gale in Baldur's Gate in the slightest, and he technically has the highest output potential. You know, unless you get weird with people's builds.
Performed a unison attack for the first time. Everyone was in unison. Cooked for the first time. Good. 70% of people at least cooked.
God, now I'm just thinking about how I murdered an entire squad of fucking Githyanki so fast. Fighters are funnily the most broken class in that game.
Oh, yeah.
I made a Shadowheart into a champion fighter archer. Gave her elven accuracy. Shoot split fire arrows to where they can hit like 4 different targets. And then you put on like 6 different plus crit range things to where your crit range is now down to like 14 and you have 3 rolls per shot. But you take things a step further. You equipped one of the things that allows her, or have a feat that lets her see in darkness. And you cast darkness on her, so she's obscured.
Oh, you the fucking warlock thing where you're like, meh.
Yeah, and it's just, you basically get like 5 crits on like 4 or 5 different targets per shot of an arrow. The true highest dealing damage build. The fighter. With a bow. Fuck your paladin. He ain't shit.
People being down bad for the hot elf teacher in the Symphonia main community page. At the beginning of the game, she spanks her little brother, and then the main character, and it's like, he's not ready, but I am. I'm like, dog.
Oh my god, bro. Not the time, not the place.
It's the front page of the fucking game. Teachers can get it. Rain is my probably, and if she's not best girl, Sheena's best girl. Rain is second best girl though. Rain is the best because she's one of the only characters who's objectively an adult, which is a huge bonus because all the other ones are fucking tottering fetuses. But Rain is a giant fucking dork, and I love her. Like the whole game, she's this strict teacher early on, and she's just this grouch who's like scaring the main characters. And then you get to like ruins, and she just geeks the fuck out, and she's like, "Oh my god, magic stuff! This fucking rocks!" Just looking around and like digging through shit. I'm like, "Oh no, she's the best." You know anything about it at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's old school, so it's kind of derpy, but hold on, there's a picture of the whole party. Bwah, bwah, bwah. Where's my window capture? Steam. Yes. Summon. Oh, it's not showing that one. That's racist. Steam.
How dare.
Screenshot? There we go. There's the whole party. The teacher is the white-haired one on the top left. You got teacher lady, wizard boy. That's Sheena. She's best girl. She's the best cook. out of the gate, she has near max cooking skill, and that's like stupid important for adventuring. And she's also just this grouchy tsundere who she originally is trying to assassinate the fucking milquetoast girl in the front center. That's like the main girl. And her job is to kill her so that the guy above her can become like the chosen of her side of the planet, and they can sap all of the mana from Yggdrasil for like another generation, leaving Colette and everyone else's side to fester and rot. And then she can't do it because A, she's kind of useless and really clumsy, but B, everyone here is really strong and they keep teaming up on her, and she's like, fuck, and then she becomes your friend. She becomes immediately the best. She's a summoner.
That.
She fights with cards. She has like magic fucking talismans that she slaps people around with, and then she's got a couple, like, she's got a main summon named Corinne, which is a little teeny tiny, like, you know, Carbuncle from 14, or for Final Fantasy in general. It's like a weird little fox animal thing. She's got Corinne, and it's a little baby, and I love it.
Okay.
And let's come on for a second. Presea is just a mute. She's the Kudere lolly of the game. She's really depressing. Her entire story is sad. That's it. Blue-haired guy is he like killed the guy for like very reasonable reasons, if I recall, but he feels bad about it. So he has his hands bound in manacles for the whole game. He's like, no, I'm not allowed to be free. And so he just kicks people in the face.
Okay, Hadrick.
And then the red-haired fuck is Zelos, and he is the second world's version of the blonde chick. He's supposed to save the world, except he's a lot more self-aggrandizing, and he's like a fucking celebrity, and he's a giant fuck boy, and him and Sheena are definitely gonna kiss, but he doesn't deserve it because he's a giant prick and he betrays the party. And then he comes back and he helps, but we did betray you, and it wasn't like I just wanted to get in their base. No, he straight up betrayed you. And then he's like, oh, I felt bad about it, sorry. I go back, night night cat. And then Lloyd, I don't know, he's anime protagonist boy. His dad's a dwarf, because his actual dad isn't in this picture, who's another party member, until he betrays you as well.
Oh god.
And then
It's the mom from fucking Mass Effect too.
Yeah, he betrays you, and then he's like, sorry, peace. And then at the very end of the game, he's like, you know what, maybe you're right. Here, have these magic swords, except you need a dwarf to help you. And he's like, my other dad can help. And then you and your dads make super swords, and then you beat the shit out of Yggdrasil with them. And then he flies into space on a comet. For reasons.
You could not have gotten me to guess that was where that was going.
I think there's
Dragon Ball Dragon Ball GT shit right there.
Kratos, Symphonia. Yeah, he's like fucking just this old fucking grumpy wannabe goth dude. Super emblematic of the era that this was like the man's man they put in the game. Hold on, make this picture bigger, please. Thank you. Window capture. Look at this fucking dingus. I thought he was so fucking cool. I must go. My planet needs me. Don't forget, Dwarven Vow number 7. Goodness and love will always win. That's true. I fucking love how tired Lloyd gets of that by the end of the game. Every, like, fucking victory screen, you all have, like, different battle shouts depending on who's in the party. And if Genus, Lloyd, and Colette are all in, they have different versions of it. And as the game goes on, like, they start out super enthusiastic about all the Dwarven vows. And then by the end of it, Colette is still kind of being a magical girl about it. She's like, goodness and love will always win. And he's like, yeah, I mean, like, let's get him. but yeah.
This is a fairy tale ass character right here.
Yeah, that's Kratos, and he ruined my childhood a little bit by being named Kratos. Also, he was like an old guy. He was 28, which makes no fucking sense, because I'm pretty sure Lloyd's like 15. Oh, that's right, because he lied. Right, because human angel sorta. Because he can't be 28 because Lloyd is like fucking 15 or 16, and that makes no goddamn sense. But it's because they like angeled him up, and he's actually way older than that. That's a lie.
It's just a case of the Kakashi where they're in their late 20s, but they seem way fucking older because they're depressed as shit.
Oh, but he objectively dicked down Lloyd's mom, and Lloyd is 15. And all talk about it because Lloyd's mom's grave is at his house at the beginning, and that's where you go at the end, and he's hanging out by your mom's grave a bunch. You're like, what are you doing here? And he's like, I'm your dad. And you're like, I know. I've known forever.
It doesn't mean I want you here. Go away.
Yeah, well, that's when they kind of start making up at the end because I think you have to fight him again, and then he's like, you can do this. You need to be able to use magic swords because he's a magic swordsman, and you're just a swordsman. For reasons. Oh yeah, it's because again they angeled him up, which let him hold magic swords because normally only elves can do that, or half elves.
Listen, you can't let everyone be paladins, otherwise the fighters wouldn't have a purpose in life.
Yep. And then you have to ruin your paladins by constantly tempting them to break their oaths or pacts or whatever you call them. And then you take away all their spells, and then they're like, fuck, now I'm just a bad fighter. That's like something I find a lot of players are super excited about, but many players, like many more players, talk excitedly about it until it's on the table, and they're like, well, don't do that, DM. Like, don't actually. And I'm like, why? That sounds interesting.
Yeah. Oh god, I feel like a lot of times when paladins exist too, they don't give them the right fucking... They don't take the right oaths.
Yeah, a lot of them pick oaths for like spells or other stuff, and they're not picking it because of a character thing, but it's like, no, for a paladin, your oath needs to be about what your character is about.
Yeah.
If you take Oath of Vengeance and then you find evil and do not quell it, you're not being a vengeance paladin. You're being a redemption paladin. You know what I mean? Like, no, they can get better. It's like, no, you don't spare him. You're a vengeance paladin. Kill him. Like, but in that being lawful stupid, it's like, no, it's obeying your fucking oath. He's bad. And you kill bad things. You're the I kill bad things guy.
That's what threw me off partially with, like, I get it when, like, players don't get deep into, like, the RP side of their shit. That makes sense to me as much as I wish people would. But it's when games do it that, like, peeves me a little bit. Because, like, even Minthara in Baldur's Gate, she was an Oath of Vengeance. That woman is an Oath of the Crown inside and fucking out.
Yeah.
They just kind of went with, what's the evil one? And they're like, well, clearly it's vengeance. And I'm like, woman is a princess who wants to go back home and conquer her kingdom from her mother.
It's because they wanted the base shit in, and Crown is like, what, third or fourth book, I think. And they were like, man.
They bent it a little bit with some subclasses, but yeah. Whenever it made the most sense.
But yeah, I mean, even again, that game has a whole thing about breaking your oath, and I'm like, it's good. You want to do that. That's a part of any long-term paladin story is having your oaths tested at the very least. Even if you hold resolute, like, spoilers, I guess, anyone who gives a fuck about Honokuni. I don't know if Kicker's looking around. Hold on, let me check. I'll have to talk around it if Kicker is here, but I don't think they are.
Holding strong to your oath is like actually such a powerful thing that you can do whenever, like, it's a huge thing for so many paladin-esque characters in fantasy and fiction, is having, like, shit, Star Wars does it so many times.
Yeah, even with Miriam in Honokuni, so much of that, the arcs there for him was him looking at the abyss and being like, I need to do really bad things right now, and then ultimately not. Like he doesn't really ever give in, but he was riding the fucking lightning the whole time because he just needed a little bit more to go wrong and for it to feel like his fault again. And he's like, well, I guess I need to just be a nuke because no, we win, period. And him not doing that was really important for him as a character, because I think if he had gone there, like I even the whole thing where it's like, if he'd given in and been like, yeah, I'm going to take vampirism to make myself effectively unkillable, making a massive stalemate in this war, and all of the bad stuff that would come with that, like the end game of that is he dies. Like for sure. I was like, that would be the end of that. I had a whole thing where I was like, I'm probably going to go lie to Quinn and like embellish about, because at that point we didn't even know, Kicker's not here, that Lexi wasn't dead. And so I was like, yeah, okay, so we're going to get out. I'm going to find Quinn. I'm going to say that I personally murdered them and just really goad him into being like, I need to kill you. You are bad now, because that seems like the only way to even remotely atone for any of this. And then he didn't have to, and he's like, oh fucking thank God. But he was gonna, like, he's like, if I have to, I will do whatever it takes to get these people out of here, even if they hate me. Which, as far as I consider then, he did. Yeah, no, I honestly really fucked up that you considered it. But I was like, that would also be, for me, for the player, I was like, that's great drama.
Oh yeah, no. There's two characters for narrative reasons who it would hit hardest with, and that's Quinn and probably Aviana.
Yeah.
The next step beneath that's Fenris, because she's a cleric and also kind of like close to him.
They would be the people who would figure out that it's a lie. Like they would probably have more information.
Yeah.
And so that would help, I think, a lot, being like, yeah, Miriam was lying. He just needed to die. But ultimately, that would never go away. Like, I think a lot of people, that would stay with them forever. And I'm glad we got out the way we got out.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse. It was a very tricky situation y'all were put in.
People are using Cheat Engine to switch the voices to Japanese but leave the text English in Symphonia. I mean, I guess that's fine, like do whatever you want, but also like just play the game, dog. It's fine. The dub is great.
People are weird about dubs.
Yeah.
It's so fucking weird how weird people are about it.
I mean, it's a documented thing of like they don't understand the nuance of language, so it sounds cleaner coming from a foreign language because they don't get what's hammy or being sent up, and they're like, no, this is a much more grounded, realistic performance.
You want onto it. That's how I see it. It's you can twist the emotion in small amounts. Like obviously you can't do like massive changes in your brain psychologically to it, but you can do small ones without even realizing it, just to reinforce how you feel about it. And it's what a large part of what makes it more powerful. Sure, are certain very specific dubs like way more intense? Yeah, that's true, but it's also true invertedly. Sometimes the dubs are stronger. Unquestionably.
Oh yeah. I mean, like, fucking Golden Boy. Golden Boy's dub is funny. It's a lot, and it's crude, and it's like a hard watch, but Golden Boy's dub is funny. If you just watch it in Japanese, if you're Japanese, maybe you'll have the humor. I don't think it's as funny. I think it's a lot weirder in the Japanese. The dub, I mean,
it's because it's a weird, gross show.
The dub is really localizing it, and they're doing a lot to port certain jokes in a way that makes it make sense. I think if you were getting the raw experience, you'd be like, why am I watching this documentary about a sex pest? Which is also why the fucking anime ends after 6 episodes, because apparently the manga goes on well over that and just gets weirder. And I'm like, no, it's perfect the way it is. 6 episodes in and out. He's kind of the worst, then sometimes the best, then kind of the worst again, and then it's over. And we get, so how do you like my swimming? And done. And it's a great show. I love Golden Boy, but I cannot watch the original language. Or rather, I can't say I cannot. That's wrong. I refuse to. I just don't wanna. Same with although I might for the sequel whenever it comes out, but as much as it's very poorly aged, Kung Fu Hustle, I worked so hard to get the dub because the dub is really hammy and stupid. It's got a lot of slurs that I didn't remember, but I fucking loved that movie as a kid. I was like, no, you gotta watch it in English dub. Like it's hammed up. It knows it's dumb. It's not trying to not be dumb. Go have fun, and I think it's one of the best ways to enjoy it.
Something people like skip, like don't get about localizations is like, hey, culture's different from here and there, so whenever they make a joke, we have to change the joke almost
To make it make
every
sense.
time
Yeah.
to make it fun, not to make it make sense, to make it funny. Because like the purpose is to make you laugh in this scene. That is what the intent of this scene is to make you chuckle or to make you fucking chortle, and they have to do it somehow, and sometimes they can't. Like, it's just not gonna work. You hit an onigiri moment and you're like, well, fuck, kids don't know what onigiri is.
Donuts, jelly filled are my favorite. They could have probably done rice balls, like respecting like the brains of kids nowadays. You'd be like, yeah, like they get what a rice ball is, even if they don't.
Kids nowadays do. I don't know how many kids in like 1995 would.
Like back then, I would have probably asked and got a poor answer, but like the concept wouldn't have been lost on me. Because that was a big thing, is like, especially Pokemon, Digimon, and stuff. I remember the 4Kids Digimon movies, where like, they got fucking music every 2 seconds. They let's kick it up, dialogue constantly, and while the jokes were actually fucking stellar in the Digimon movie, like actually really good for the wrong reasons maybe, but they were really good. That movie disrespected the fuck out of kids. They're like, kids are stupid. They're not going to like these movies. Because in Japan, they were like, no, we need some shock and awe. Like Omegamon and fucking, Omegamon was supposed to be this thing that like represented something like the nuclear missile. The sheer weight of the destruction that they unfold in the movie was this moment of awe, to the point that they set it to classical music and silence. And you're just like, oh, fuck. And it resonated. Kids in Japan fucking love that movie. And then over here, they were like, what do we need? And they're like, we need Let's Kick It Up. And we need Izzy talking 24/7. And we need to cut down all of these movies into one movie because it's way too long and no one will pay that much attention. And they just did not believe in the intelligence of children.
Unfortunately, the fact that they don't like reinforces it
makes it worse because it becomes true. Yeah. Let's Kick It Up went so hard though. It is a nostalgic and iconic part of my childhood, and I love it for what it is. But I also acknowledge the inherent disrespect in why it's there.
It warps the meaning of the scene.
Yeah. It makes it very, very silly. But yeah, there's lots of fun stuff with dubs.
Yeah.
Wow. And we are at 14 hours streamed. I think we're probably gonna wind her down for the evening. Lana's still up. God damn, girl.
Maybe she went to bed and came back.
They're selling drugs with Karita and Favorite.
We're like literal scientists right now. We're Walter White in this.
We're Walter Whiting this. And we can go hit the cat girl up. Lovely Montana is doing stuff. Lovely Montana's so fucking cute. Oh, they're burbed. They're so delightfully English. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. What was it? Was Kiwa talking shit about something? Oh, right. It was the dubs thing. That's I was there and I was gonna talk about it because of specifically her. She has people beef with dubs all the time, and she was playing Final Fantasy X, and people are like, they're like, Tidus is so fucking insufferable. I hate his stupid laugh. Oh my god, it's so cringe in this. And she just paused and she's like, it is definitively supposed to be cringe. You are being such an unwashed ass motherfucker right now. They're like, pause, we're not playing anymore for a second. Hold on. Getting the Japanese. All right, is this less cringe? And they bring up Tidus' fucking laugh at that, and he's like, ah, ah, ah. It's like, yeah, he sounds like a fucking crow. He sounds stupid because it's stupid on purpose, you fucking Neanderthal.
Sometimes you have characters that are main characters in games and their purpose is to be annoying. Fucking Final Fantasy 13 is one of my favorite stories and one of my favorite casts of all time. I will never have Hope in my party at any point in the game where I don't have to have him in my party because he's an annoying little fucking teenage shit.
But Tina's like, this whole thing was like he's doing something obnoxious because it distracts from all the bad feelings, and like there's the whole point in the scene. And the person's just like, no, it's kind of dumb. It's very much like we were talking about a while back with Skylar White. And how so like there are the most hated characters of all time list, and people are fucking saying Skylar White over like a guy in the same show who directly shoots a child in the face. They're like, or like so many of the monsters in that show. There are genuine demon human beings in that show, and they're like, but she was cringe and an annoying Karen white woman one time when she was reasonably outraged at all of the bad things being done to her. But they're like, no, but she's being shrill.
Immediately abused and manipulated and gaslit into being forced into it too. Like, it's like, she's not a villain. She's, why do you hate her?
But how dare she? And so she was higher than most every single bad character from that show because they annoyed people.
It's like, I can understand not putting Gustav high. He was actually very functionally entertaining and like very interesting while he was around. But the final season, White Boy? Like, come on!
Yeah,
He kidnapped Jesse!
And it applies everywhere. That's just one of those things of sexism that I didn't see for a long time, but we talked about it for ages ago when there's some people who fucking beef with Hayden in Nat 19, and they did not like Aviana, and they're like, Aviana's shrill and mean and loud and abrasive, and I don't like that. I'm like, cool, well, you don't have to like Aviana, but there's also an objective reason why they're being that way. Like they're not just acting out for no reason. And in like calls when we were talking about like sometimes what to do about it, or at least, you know, what the company's position on a lot of it was going to be when it got a little bit more serious, I just offhanded, it was like, if I did a lot of those things as Miriam, I would get applauded, and that's not fair.
Fucking, but a lot of those people, their favorite character was Quintus. Like, it's unquestionable the motive behind their mental.
Yeah, it's super because Aviana's a woman.
Loud, brash, interruptive, hogged scenes when he was around.
Yeah, I mean, we had that talk on at one point, and we were like, hey, you gotta slow down a little bit. Or just even, there was the joke in one episode because Cody was just really passionate, and they were super excited about the role play, and they inadvertently teleported to two sides of the building between two conversations because they were excited for the role play, and Logan had to be like, all right, you need to pick a floor, dog. He's like, you need to be in a place. He's like, oh, sorry.
It made sense for Quintus most of the time too, so like it's not like it's a bad thing entirely that he did it, aside from the fact that it like shut people out a little bit. But like in general, it's just like, no, dude, that's your favorite character and you're upset because someone's loud and abrasive. Shut the fuck up. You hypocritical little piece of shit.
Yeah, and like I don't even need them to like them, but to be like there's something wrong with them, it's like, no, they're fine. They're one of my favorite characters. They are incredibly nuanced with what they do. They act out, but for very good reasons, and even sometimes when for bad reasons, the bad reasons are interesting. I love doing things for wrong reasons. Most of Miriam's motivation to not do certain things was because whether or not I don't even know if I was a player Ed, but eventually I was like, oh, Miriam does not trust the party to understand the depth of what they're in. And that was why him giving Lexi the armor later on and being like, hey, this is better for you objectively, but you also need to know the danger it puts you in. And I'm making that clear now. And I am allowing you the choice to take it from me because you need to know that you are agreeing to that. And I will not be held responsible if that leads to a bad outcome. Because he couldn't free himself of this responsibility. Because even, and this is something that I feel as a player, and it's never really been talked about, but Miriam has quietly been in charge of the highest standard for basically the whole time. Like when Quinn was in charge, he did whatever Miriam said, regardless of whether or not he had like motives. And if he wanted badly enough, he would just do his own thing anyways. But
he was the face, you were the actual...
He did all the numbers work. He thought logistics. He was like quietly a bit of an arbiter on a lot of the plans. And it wasn't a big forward facing thing or anything, but it was a thing that was kind of there. And then Quintus named Vogan the leader, and Miriam allowed that and didn't care. Like he wasn't like, I should be in charge. He's like, I'm not in charge as far as he's concerned. But that had happened for a bit and not a ton changed, but like the party was democratic about everything. And because of how he could also still kind of weigh Quintus, because Quintus would always listen to Miriam, people still kind of listened to him a lot. And then we got to Honokuni, and it was the only time where he was kind of the de facto leader and actually was treated like one, and then he got punched in the face for it. And so he's like, I don't want to do that. But that was kind of the point where he had to really think about how he interacted with how everyone works. And it was a thing of like, yeah, he didn't trust them to get it. And the big quiet part of his growth in Honokuni was being like, I need to accept that they are all aware of the shit we're in, and that's fine.
They're adults. I'm the second youngest person here. What am I even thinking?
Yeah, he's like, I don't know why I would think this 80-year-old spy or the only other person kind of my age, because Avi and Miriam are around the same age.
They're around the same. I think she's a little bit older.
A little bit older. They're like 5 or 6 months older, I think, because I think they're like a summer baby.
And then you have
Quintus is a couple of years older.
Or a century older.
Lexi very almost precisely is Quintus, Aviana, and Miriam's ages combined. Almost exactly. Like give or take a few months. And while, you know, that will quickly become not the case because of how 3 ages work versus 1, I just thought that was really interesting. I'm like, yeah, you've lived all of our lives separately.
And then you had the general guy who I think was fairly old, at least middle-aged human-wise.
General guy, what, Tagachi?
Yeah, Tag.
Yeah, he was fucking 40-something, 50-something.
I don't remember how old Demrick was, but they couldn't have been young.
Yeah, they were a lot. Foolish, tarnished. Yeah, and so that was just a fun thing I noted for ages. I'm like, yeah, Miriam quietly was in charge for ages, and is fine at, like, he's okay at it, but he wasn't okay at okay at being the punching bag. That's something that Quinn did a lot better.
Turns out being the tank is a lot better for tanking than being
the noodle boy
bard with 12 constitution. You really fucked up your stats, man.
Oh no, I have the best stats.
Anytime I'm making like a caster, I'm like, fuck dex. Constitution. It's all about. I'm gonna fail my saves anyways. They're always gonna roll high enough to hit regardless. Constitution's where it's at.
Yeah, with Miriam, I rolled so average with everything, like stupid average, and I think he's like 11 or 12 in dex. Like it's also incredibly low. Which is why he gave up Deus Yankovic. He's like, I don't know, medium armor is better for me. Because I have some decks, but not enough strength for heavy armor, and I like sneaking. But once I started leveling, I was like, it's wisdom or intelligence. And I've always been in my heart, like, Miriam was supposed to be a wizard.
Yeah, that's a fun thing to do. I like doing that.
And so I
Okay,
started
what
just
was
juicing
it?
his intelligence, and he's now the second smartest in the party. With Flux leaving, yeah, it's Lexi then him.
It was my Pathfinder character that I've only gotten to play her once so far, but she's a barbarian. Her second highest stats are intelligence.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's like, no, that's just what's right for her. I really don't care about charisma. It's like I don't care if her fear abilities require to be rolled off charisma or not. She just, I guess, won't use them, or will have to get lucky, because at the end of the day, she's gonna be bad at charisma. It just fits what she is. She was training to be a knight, and she was gonna be a knight for a lord and noble lady, but as a child, she failed being the personal guard of one of their daughters, and well, child died, and she was blamed for it.
Woof.
So no longer a knight, she's in exile.
Can't believe they got Hulkenberg.
No, it's worse than that, because like retainer, that's the word. So she was the personal retainer of the youngest daughter of the family. Like the two families were like tight knit together too, and she was like very close friends with the elder sister, but she was set to be the retainer for the younger sister at the time, since she was only in training. She had night watch duty to protect her that night, and she awoke in the middle of her shift. She shouldn't have been asleep. She woke up to an assassin with a knife in the young girl while she was sleeping. So she witnessed the murder. And then she tried to chase, but obviously she's a fucking kid. You're not gonna be a rogue assassin or whatever the heck they were.
Planned assassination with planned escape routes,
Right.
and the speed of the assassin who was trained for this.
Right. It's one of those things where it's like, did she get conned? Was this planned? Was it an inside job? Was it the assassins just really fucking good and knew how to knock her out? Who knows? I take it like in my mind, I take it from her point of view, which is, no, I fucked up. I should have done better. I'm gonna make my character punish themselves to the end of the world. And I kind of reflect it with how I play her too. It's fun. Like I got a lot of the options that I picked for her are movement based options. And even though like barbarian isn't really a tanking class in Pathfinder, I play her as a tank.
Mm-hmm.
Like the one shot that I got to play her in, I used an ability. It's just like a blitz rush thing where you get to like fly 2 movements and 1 attack for 2 actions, and I just cut in front of someone in between like one of the other characters, punched the shit out of the boss, and used my other action. I'm like, I'm grabbing you and throwing you away from it. And then I proceeded to get just my whole chest blown open the next turn. It was great. I was so happy. It feels like I've had characters go close to going down before, and I used to fear it so much, but I'm like, no, I built this character to be sacrificial. And the smile on my face when I'm like, yeah, I did it. I gotta do the thing. I don't care that I might die. I love that character, and I hope I get to play her again.
Now, I do think I'm fading. I was gonna raid land, but they are ending. So I think we're gonna raid the lovely Montana. They are a cute cat girl. They're playing a game called Expelled, where I guess you argue with the headmistress of your academy. To try and not get expelled. For something you didn't do. but my brain no work no more. So anyone who's still present and wants to join, we're gonna hit Montana here with a Catboy raid. Rock. We got 48 hours left on the clock.
48? What?
2 more days, baby.
You were at 49 a couple hours ago. When did you get hit?
Fox bought an entire one of the 3 PC parts I wanted to while we were in the testing world. And so since the part got fully funded, that's plus 2 hours, and then they spent like $300 some to do it, which I counted the same thing as the donations, so that's another like 6 hours on top or something like that. It was like 8 or 10 hours that got added.
I missed that because it was a throne thing. Gotcha. It's just like where did the extra 12 hours come from?
Yeah, they bought the motherboard entirely, so now I just need to fund the GPU and the CPU, and I have everything to make my PC as good as it's going to need to be for a while, and then Fox. And then once this transfer's done, I'm gonna dump everything that PJ Boy gave us into the GPU. And then it's just bit by bit, piece by piece. But that's the raid time. We gotta go. I have no more. Go give Montana some love. I'll see you tomorrow.